Hello everyone and welcome to a Minecraft mod review. Yep, I'm getting back into doing mod reviews. I stopped doing them for a while because they were a lot of effort to make, but with my getting better at editing thing, I think that they'll be easy to make. They are fun and everyone seems to like them, so might as well. Today I'll be showing off I forgot the name, okay. I'll be showing off the Scape and Run Parasite mod. Now, you've probably already heard about this mod. There have been a lot of, YouTubers and such showcasing it and such. So, I'll be showing off all of the features in case you haven't, and talking about them. Also, right over here, I'm the type of person to where, in Minecraft, if I need to build a farm, I just build, a whole building instead of just a farm. You could tell from, if you watch the Betweenland series, you could tell with just, how many different rooms I put into that, house I made. So, yeah, to showcase mods, I literally made a whole underground bunker. So, yeah, secure entryway, I put a lot of work into it. Yeah. Also, there are a lot of bats that appeared, around the time of construction. We got Jonathan, we got Janet, here's Jackson, and there are two more in here. Jacob and Joseph. So yeah, they just sort of flew in while I was building, so I named them all. Escape and Run doesn't have a lot of new weapons or gear or such, it's more mob-focused. But it does add in a few, namely the Living Scythe and the Living Great Bow. So I'll just take both of these weapons to use, as well as some arrows and some armor, because I am going to need it. A feature of the mod is that the mobs from it, the Parasites, do not spawn on your first day of playing. They only spawn after the night of the first day, so you will be completely safe at the start. And it'll give you a chance to get gear, because the enemies are very powerful. And these weapons, you can craft from them. I'll go over the crafting recipe in a bit. But yeah, the Scythe does 17 attack damage, and has a decently quick attack speed. As you can see, is powerful. Sorry if I mess up a bit, first mod review in a while, need to get back into it. Anyway, as for the construction, it's a lot. For example, for the Living Scythe, you need a ton of things. You need Living Scythe handles, which are made like this. Infected flesh drops from some mobs. Long armor fragment. There's a type of parasite called the long arm, and killing it drops these, which you can combine with infected flesh to make various things. So you need the scythe handle, the Living Scythe back, the Living Scythe head, the Living Scythe blade. There are also Reeker blades, which drop from a parasite named Reeker. So, yeah, a lot of different parasites you need to kill, but the weapon is worth it. You also need a Living Scythe core to make the Living Scythe, which requires a Summoner core, which is obviously dropped by a Summoner. So, by taking all of these, you can combine all 5 different kinds of things to get the Living Scythe. As for the Living Great Bow, you need Living Great Bow string, you need the upper limb and the lower limb. They are completely separate for some reason. You can't just make a lower limb twice. The Living Great Bow grip, and then the core, which is made with yellow eye bones, which are from yellow eyes. I'll be showing off a lot of the parasites, and you combine them all like this in order to get the Living Great Bow. And those are the only crafting recipes in the mod. As I said, this doesn't add in, a lot of blocks or content and such. It's mainly for the mobs. Door! I'm going to have to change the pressure plates. The iron ones do not activate for so long. As I'm heading down to where the parasites are, I will explain a bit about how they work. So, the basic parasite type that spawns are Ruptors. Ruptors can infect other mobs. When they kill a normal mob, they can get infected to form a, infected version of that mob. So, an infected zombie, for example. And essentially, once those mobs get enough kills, they can sort of, fuse together into a different mob a much stronger one. So all the parasites can fuse into a stronger one, and then they can evolve if they kill enough things while they are stronger. It's a bit complicated, but yeah, that's the major feature of how the parasites work. Now, there are an absolute ton of mobs in this mod pack. So many that I can't even show them all off. You're going to have to download the mod for yourself, but I can show off a good handful of them. To give you an idea, I took I took like 2 spawn eggs from each category, except for like the special kind, but here are all the infected mobs and like what can spawn from them. There are a lot. Then over here we have the like primitive ones, which are the sort of like merged form of the infected. They can also spawn randomly on their own. Here are the adapted ones, which are stronger versions of the primitive ones. The primitive ones evolve when they get enough kills. And over here is a special category, most notably these two, which are bosses. The Ancient Dreadnaut hasn't been like fully finished yet, it just attacks you normally, but I'll be showing off both that and the Overlord. There are also Beckons, and these Beckons can infect the world. I'll be showing that off in a bit. Then you have like the Ruptor and the Buglin, which are 2 mobs I'll talk more about later, and I just took a 3rd one. So yeah, here are all the like miscellaneous and special ones. And while I'm showing them off, I will talk about another feature of the mod, infection. You cannot get infected, but your world can. If you kill a parasite, there is a low chance for it to summon a Beckon. And the Beckon is like a stationary thing. It doesn't attack you, but it starts spreading the infection. It like corrupts the world. And on that infection, various like creatures can spawn. If the Beckons are alive for long enough, they level up and are able to spawn, like, stronger creatures and spread their infection further. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll be showing off a few of the mobs and testing out the weapons as well. I actually haven't fired the Great Bow yet. Alright, so I'll start off with the infected human. Yeah, this mob is creepy. Easy to kill though, but that is because I have a powerful weapon. They are about the same health as a zombie, but they move faster. And every time you kill a mob, they can like explode into a Buglin. Or in the case of some of them, they turn into a head version, which is this thing. It moves incredibly quickly towards you. So yeah, the bow is strong as well, apparently. And yeah, it does use arrows, okay. I surrounded this in lava because the parasites are weak to fire, so if they, like, break out, the lava will, like, sort of stop them. Anyway, I have a primitive long arms as well as an adaptive long arms to show off in a bit. And I also have a summoner, but not an adapted version. I have a mandicator. I want to show off as much of the mobs as possible, but I do want to show off the difference between the primitive and the adaptives. Anyway, here's the summoner. Yeah, it's creepy. And the main feature of this one is that it can summon additional creatures. And yeah, I took that much. It didn't summon any, luckily for me, it can summon Ruptors. But yeah, I took that much damage in full diamond armor. It's not enchanted, but still, and wow, the scythe looks cool. Like, hang on a second. There we go. Yeah, the scythe looks cool. It's a bit large, but still. Alright, anyway, now that I'm healed up, primitive long arms. Yeah, this guy, it's creepy, right? Ouch. And it has 70 health. You can cut around it pretty easily. But yeah. And all parasites explode like that. I'm going to eat another steak because I want to have regeneration for this. And here's the adaptive long arms, which is huge. And this one can actually... yeah, 2-shots you in full diamond armor. You need to fight it from a distance, and where the heck am I? I should have made, like, a bed area. Alright, I am back, and I am better prepared. My living scythe has sharpness 3 on it. I didn't want to go sharpness 4 because I didn't want it to be too overpowered. And all of my gear is at prot 4. So hopefully this time I'll be able to survive the adapted long arms. But yeah, this guy... he's still doing so much damage, and he has 120 health. There's a reason why I made this door a button. Yeah, he got me, like, down to half health. You are meant to fight them in a much larger open space, but I wanted to test that on here because I am stupid, I guess. But yeah, that was the adapted long arms. Now, next up we have the adaptive mandicator. I don't even know what this looks like. Oh, this thing. Yeah, it's so fast. Not much health, but it's very fast, and it's meant to just, like, run you down. Especially when you are fighting other mobs. Up next are the special ones, and I'm going to fight these in a... Well, I can fight these here, but the Beckons and the bosses, I have a separate area prepared to show them off because they cannot be contained in here. First of all, the Buglin. Every time you kill a Parasite, there is a random chance for it to spawn a Buglin. The chances are higher, I believe, with a Ruptor or a infected mob. So yeah, Buglin. Hello there, buddy. And yep, it attacks you. They do next to no damage, though, but they can explode. The main purpose, I guess, is to increase the chance to spawn a Beckon or to swarm you if you are low on health after fighting them. And here's the Ruptor. They can climb up walls, go on ceilings, and they are incredibly fast. And they are also the main source of infecting thing. Here's a Vigilante. They can only spawn on infected terrain, so they need to be spawned from a Beckon. And yeah, this thing. Look at it. It has incredible knockback on it. And now, all that's left is to show off the Beckons and the bosses. And here we are. I am in a desert. I use the Waystone to teleport here, and this is literally in the middle of nowhere, so I can show off these creatures without worrying about the terrain being destroyed. I'm going to go far from that Waystone, just in case. First of all, I'm going to show off the Beckons. Beckon Stage 1. This thing. Yep, it opens up like this when it's about to spawn stuff or do stuff, I believe, or maybe it just opens randomly, who knows. And yeah, here's an infested block, and a Ruptor it spawned, and another one, and another one, and another one. So yeah, they spawn like things in waves, and as you see, here's an infested block. I'm going to go away from it so that the infestation can continue without it being a threat, and I'll take care of it at the end. Hopefully able to show off the, like, level up feature of it. But yeah, every mob has a chance to spawn a level 1 Beckon, including the mob spawned from the Beckon. So all of those Ruptors I just killed, there could be a second Beckon already. Here's a Beckon Stage 2. As you can see, much larger. And yeah, it can spawn tougher mobs. It also infests the ground under it. Yep, there it is. And let's see what this one spawns. Oh yeah, here are some of the other infested mobs. And yeah, here are the Buglins I talked about. They spawn in hordes. Anyway, let me just kill this thing before it gets out of hand. Kill all of the, like, Beckons in an area. The infested blocks spawn infested block residue above them. And if you mine it, all the infested blocks have turned into dirt. However, keep in mind that it might sound good, but you need to take care of the residue yourself by mining it. It does go away naturally, but Beckons have a chance of spawning naturally on the residue, which will start up the infestation again. And finally, Beckon Stage 3. I'm going to have to be careful when mining this one, because that's how you fight the bosses. If you kill a Beckon Stage 3, a boss can spawn. It's not all the time, but it has a chance of happening. And yeah, this is a Beckon Stage 3. Infest really quickly. If there is enough of, like, an infestation spread in your world, they can spawn, like, sentries and such. They can spawn the mobile units to attack you, which I would show off, but the sentry, there's a specific one that has, like, a 100% chance to just completely break your armor no matter what. That seems kind of broken. So yeah, I'll start by showing off the incomplete Dreadnaut, and then I'll show off the Ancient Overlord, which is a full-on boss fight. Yep, here we go. Ancient Dreadnaut. Oh wait, no, the Dreadnaut. The Overlord doesn't have an AI, the Dreadnaut does. Okay, we're starting here. It can apply Wither to you. It flies around applying Wither. You can hit these off, which will weaken it, but you have to attack them or they spawn enemies. They can summon in drop pods as well, which contain Ruptors. So yeah, they just straight up call in drop pods to attack you. I'm going to heal up. And yeah, these guys constantly spawn stuff, so you need to kill them. And yeah, fight it away from wherever your base is, because it will just straight up destroy your base. Even with proper armor, this is difficult, as you can see. Those summons the boss does, they can spawn Beckons too. You might have a whole horde of them. And it also has a powerful melee attack if you get too close to it. I'm just going to try and rush down the boss and not take care of the other two claws. I'm probably going to regret it, but I believe I have enough arrows. And we killed it. So yeah, it takes a lot to kill him. That was with the stronger bow, and it still did a lot. Yeah, look at the durability on my armor. That was just from the Dreadnaut itself. And I still need to take care of the claws. And all of these Ruptors, which give you slowness, by the way. Ancient Overlord. It just walks towards you at the moment. It doesn't do anything else, so you just have to pretty much just shoot it down. I've heard that they're, like, going to be working on, like, improving it and, like, giving it an actual boss fight, but for now it's just kind of lame. This is why I want to do this guy first, as opposed to later on. But yeah, he does hurt, as you can clearly see. I'm taking a ton of damage. But yeah, he does have a ridiculous amount of health, though. And there we go, he is dead. And doesn't drop much XP. But still, those are the two bosses of the mob. And here's the Beckon. It hasn't done much at all yet. That is everything for this Escapes and Run Parasite mod. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you like this video enough, then I'll start doing other mod reviews again. They're a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Goodbye. So, I'll see you guys there. If I can get out of these doors!